Hi, my name is Alice. I work as a marketing manager at aupair.com, and today I would like to tell you about my personal au pair experience in Ireland and maybe inspire you for a stay on the beautiful green island. So some of you might only think of Guinness, sheeps and cheddar cheese when it comes to Ireland, but actually this country has so much more to offer than that. So I eventually chose Ireland because I was fascinated by the Irish music, the beautiful landscapes, and of course I wanted to improve my English language skills. I found my host family quite quickly. I think I only had 2 Skype conversations with my host mom and we immediately clicked. So from September 2014 on, I was for 10 months in the county Kildare in a small town. It was around 1 hour away from Dublin. And yeah, to be honest, I did not feel any homesickness from the beginning because I felt totally integrated into the family. The family consisted of the host's dad Robert, the host mom Nicola, and the 2 children Chloe and Jack. Jack was 10 years old and Chloe 3 or 4 at that time. So I felt really at home. I quickly got to know all of the grandparents, uncles and aunts and cousins because they all lived in the same town or in the area. So yeah, that was great. My days were usually quite structured, but I always had enough time for myself or to prepare for the Cambridge certificate in advanced English. So my day basically started by getting up with the family and having breakfast with them. And then I brought Chloe to the kindergarten, and around 12 p.m. I think I picked her up again and I prepared lunch for her. And in the between time, when she was at kindergarten, I basically had my free time. So and then I would play with Chloe. We would do arts and crafts or go into the garden. Just be creative. And Jack usually came home around 2 p.m. and then he would have lunch and we would all play together, or he would go out with his friends and play football. He was usually allowed to go outside in front of the house on the grass. So he was fortunately old enough to occupy himself because sometimes it was quite difficult to find activities that they both liked. But yeah, that was not a big problem. And I prepared dinner for the children around 5 p.m. or shortly before, because they would actually have dinner at 5 or 6 p.m., which is quite early for German people or for any other countries. But for the Irish, it's super normal. And I actually got used to it pretty quickly. And then the mother would come home around 6 p.m. She owned her own shop in the town, and she would have dinner then. And the host father Robert, he was working in shifts, so sometimes he could be home the whole week, or sometimes he could have night shifts and you wouldn't see him for the whole week. So on Wednesdays I went to the neighboring small town Newbridge because it was my day off, and I went to my language school, took my language classes for 2 hours, and then I would just enjoy my day off and go to the city, have a coffee with other au pairs, or have a Guinness, go shopping basically. And the children would stay the whole day with the grandma. On the weekends we would go to places nearby. So for example, the Wicklow Mountains, you might know them from movies like P.S. I Love You, Braveheart, or actually one of my favorite TV series, Vikings. And we would also go to the Punchestown Racecourse, which is a really famous horse race in Ireland. And of course we would also go to Dublin because it was just 1 hour by bus. I quickly found friends in Dublin with whom I could stay at the weekends, which was super convenient. And yeah, I just fell in love with the city. It's super nice, colorful, exciting, and modern, and there are so many activities to do. We went to museums like the Irish National Museum, the Guinness Brewery. This is amazing, and Kilmainham Jail is also super interesting. I would definitely also advise you to go to Temple Bar. It's a district with a lot of traditional Irish pubs where you can enjoy a Guinness or a Kilkenny beer while listening to typical Irish traditional music. A few times I also went on larger tours with my au pair friends, and the first bigger trip was to Belfast and the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland. Then we went to Galway and the Cliffs of Moher, which you might know from the Harry Potter movies. And I also went to the south, to the Kildare National Park and the Ring of Kerry, and Connemara, which is, I think, more in the west, which has super beautiful nature. During my 10 months in Ireland, I made lots of international friends. In the small town itself, there even lived 5 other au pairs. 4 were from Spain and 1 from Venezuela. And I really fell in love with the Irish as well. They have such an open and friendly nature, and I promise you, you will not find any unpolite person in Ireland. It's just not possible. My host family was an epitome of an Irish family, and they were so appreciative and interested and basically treated me as a third daughter. And they invited me to Christmas parties with the whole family, to family vacations, and I really connected with the host mom. She was a strong emotional support for me during these 10 months, and I'm still in good contact with them today. Did you like this video? Then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. You can ask me in the comments below any questions regarding my au pair stay in Ireland. In the box below you can find any important information. Thanks a lot and have a nice day. Bye!